Warning, this podcast contains Abigail.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the ASOTV podcast for Fear the Walking Dead, Season 2, Episode 4, Blood in the Streets. I'm your host, Cleo, and with me I have John and Dom. What's up, guys? Hi.
Hi.
So we had Strand backstory.
We did.
Holy shit. Like, I mean, we've been talking about, Strand's motivations and stuff, and then we didn't know enough about him, and I feel like we got everything we wanted to know about Strand.
Pretty much, yeah. What about him having...
Yeah.
Yeah. And Thomas was such an interesting character. And, we learned that Abigail is the last name of the family. His, I guess, are they boyfriends? Or
It certainly seems that way.
assume. Well, yeah. I mean, assume they're in a relationship, but yeah, boyfriends. Unless I don't know if they're engaged or whatever. Probably not, though.
Maybe.
Do we know how long of a time span that was since he met him and now?
No, but it seems significant enough.
Yeah.
That they fell in love.
Oh.
It's almost as if it was set up that, like, for, what's his name? Abigail. What was his name? Did everybody go away? Hello?
Yes? Hi. What's his name?
Abigail.
Thomas.
It almost seemed like Thomas was
Setting
that up. Like, he wanted Strand to do that.
Him to steal his credit cards?
Yeah. Like, because he was sitting at the bar talking about opportunity, and then, he's laying in the bed, like, half-cocked, going, I may not remember this. It's like, he is almost like, go ahead, take it. I know what you're going to do, is to do it.
Hmm. Yeah, I wonder if maybe it was like a test or something. I don't know. It didn't seem to have... I mean, he fell in love with him anyway.
Right.
Whether it was a test or not.
Yeah. Surprised they didn't just, like, shoot him, because, like, you stole $13,000 from me in credit.
Well, that's what Luis wanted to do. Luis was like, you're just gonna let him get away with stealing all that money? And Thomas is like,
Luis,
yeah,
please, I like his ass.
He's cute. Jeez, yeah, man, so much happened this episode. I'm like trying to organize my brain.
This was one of my favorite episodes of the show so far. The whole show.
Yeah.
Like, including season 1.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, because Jack and his crew show up. The guy he claimed to be his brother wasn't actually his brother, right?
No.
I don't think so, but I don't know for sure.
What's his name even? Captain Jackass?
Yeah, what is the dillweed's name?
Dillweed?
Didn't it begin with a C?
No, Connor is the head.
Connor's the
guy
leader.
who came from the boat and took Travis and Abigail. Reed.
We're
Reed
gonna call
is
him
the name. Yeah, okay. Reed is Captain Jackass.
Yeah.
Every time you say Captain Jack, I think you're gonna say Sparrow.
No, Captain Jackass.
Captain Jack will get you high tonight.
But yeah, that was a super interesting, like, them just coming up. Like, I wasn't thinking much of them, like, the three of them. I was like, whoa, don't let him on the boat. Or at least don't let him...
Should I shoot him?
Yeah. Oh, man. Poor Chris. He's never asking that question again.
Nope.
He's just going to shoot the next person he doesn't like.
Would you shoot a pregnant lady bleeding out, though? Like...
Uh-huh.
No, but they were forcing themselves onto the boat. And yes, you know, Ophelia went and helped them up, but it's sort of just like, Chris, obviously, his instinct was not to trust them, and it was right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and in the future, I don't think Chris is going to hesitate like that. I don't think Chris is going to ask permission.
Next time Chris will shoot somebody, and it'll be somebody that they wanted on the boat.
Exactly.
And then we'll have another Carl on our hands.
Carl turned out all right.
Stay on the boat,
He's missing
Carl.
an eye, Chrissy.
I mean, yeah, but...
Carl, stay on the boat.
Where's Carl?
He's in the coral.
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 All right.
Coral reef coral.
Yeah, and just I loved, you know, Alicia coming up and being like, Jack? And they just pull the guns and ugh.
You're not my friend. Was basically her reaction.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she kind of knew after he's like, don't worry, I'll see you soon. I think after that point, she was like, I don't think he's, you know, on the up and up.
I don't think he's very nice.
I don't think he's who he said he was.
But she, like, kind of, like, I'm hoping she's, like, faking him out with, like, the whole, like, you can trust me. I'll protect my family. Blah, blah,
the
blah.
way she threw her arms around, yeah, that fake hug. Oh my god, yeah. There's no way she's buying into that.
I think she's playing a little stupid to like lure him in. So I mean, obviously these guys are good. They got on the ship. They you know got everyone, tied them up. So they're good.
Mm-hmm.
They're not.
They've been doing this
really,
a little while.
Yeah, they're not really all that smart.
No.
They don't seem that way to me. I mean, we haven't seen much of Connor yet. But, I mean, Reed was talking about him like, yeah, he's got leadership, but he's got a weak stomach. And he's got the brains. So we don't know too much about Connor yet. But obviously Reed is a fucking dumbass. Because he
has a... I mean, that whole stuff with Travis, he's like, fix the boat. Make the boat go. We'll shoot you if the boat don't go. Okay, we'll go downstairs, then we'll make the boat go. But I'm seriously going to shoot you. Like, dude, what are you... Hostage keeping 101. Like...
And he's definitely the kind of person who talks bigger than he acts. Because he's like, oh yeah, kill y'all all, whatever. And it's like, dude, if you were really that hot, you would have killed one of them already. And you didn't.
Right.
So... Clearly, you're not as hot shit as you think you are.
And he got stabbed for it. So, you know.
Good for him.
And in that scene, what I found was, like, he's just so... that Reed is just so unprofessional. Because, like, while he's with Travis down in the thing, he's, like, looking all da-da-da-da-da, which is what allows Travis to take the crowbar to smuggle that weapon out of the bottom of the ship.
Travis was... I'm shipping them already. Travis, he had that crowbar hidden away before that guy even started looking around the ship. It was just because he had his back to him.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, yeah. I think that happened at the same time as he was looking around. But, I mean, yeah, no, he's just not... I don't know, Reed is... And I'm mad that... Because Maddie stabs him, obviously, to stop him from shooting anyone. Mm-hmm. But then Chris goes to like probably pull the crowbar out and beat him in the head with it. And Maddie's like, Chris, no. And I'm like, Chris, yes.
Chris, yeah.
Do it.
Do what your mother will not.
And I'm just like, because he's in the next episode, I'm just like, oh, it's not going to go well.
But they have a bargaining chip now.
This is true. A probably swiftly dying bargaining chip because he got stabbed through the midsection.
We'll call him a time bomb then, because he'll die, turn into a zombie, and be on the boat. You know.
He's a time bomb. Do we know, actually, what's her name? The pregnant woman. Do we know who the father is? Is it anyone that's in that group?
That's not clear.
Yeah, that was unclear. Vita is her name.
Yeah, she's drinking. That's a good idea.
She wasn't drinking.
Well, she likes the smell.
She does.
And then it's like, hey, what if your baby's dead? What if your baby's a zombie baby?
That whole thing is so perfect.
Wasn't I talking about that at one point?
That up.
Yeah,
you were.
Yeah, we talked about it when Lori was pregnant.
Yeah. No, but I think we were talking about it this season. I feel like it was recent for whatever reason we were talking about zombie babies. Because I think Jack on the radio was mentioning that his brother's fiance or brother's wife or whatever was pregnant, and we were talking about zombie babies.
Yeah, it may have been that. I remember zombie babies coming up very recently, so I was just like, oh my god, that's awesome.
Yeah, definitely.
But the fuck out.
Yeah, I love that Maddie set it up, and Ophelia just like ran with it. She's like, "Oh, that thing in her belly just set her up."
Oh my gosh!
It was so perfect. Like Ophelia just knocked that one out.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's obviously a little, crazy. Vita.
Well, scared.
Yeah, no, definitely scared, and she's quick to threats and stuff. I'm sorry, crazy wasn't the word the word I wanted to use was unhinged. She's a little jumpy and not altogether there. Like, it seemed very much like she was drifting off in the middle of stuff, like just in her brain place. I'm a wordsmith today, guys.
Her brain place.
Her brain place.
Her brain place did a thing.
No,
I have to go to my mind palace.
No, I'd say you're probably right, because she's genuinely worried about what's going to happen when she has a baby.
Yeah.
She knows it's not going to be good.
And now Maddie's planted that seed in the back of her head, and that's not going anywhere.
What if it's dead?
Yeah. She's just going to be hearing that in her sleep.
When was the last time you felt it move?
Oh, God. Yeah. She's like, I know you've been keeping track. If you were keeping track before the apocalypse, you're still keeping track. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is crazy. I'm really interested to see what happens with that. Yeah. I'm really interested to see what happens with that group.
I'm more interested in how good of a shot Luis is.
Holy shit! Such a good shot.
Dude,
just putting him down.
Did he have a sniper rifle? Is that what he had?
Yeah.
Yeah. But he was on a fucking
rifle.
Moving raft in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta compensate for bobbing.
Nick was still speeding and steering the boat, and he in like seconds takes both of them out.
Pop.
So he's very good.
Yeah. I'm glad he's on their team.
Yeah, well, he's on Strand's team, not the group's team, Well, I think that those are still two very different things, unfortunately. And hopefully everyone can come together.
Well,
Friendship.
See, now we kind of understand why Strand was complaining about having extra people on the boat, because he already had a hard enough time explaining all of the people that were already on the boat, let alone any additional people.
Yeah. No, definitely. But let's talk a little bit about Luis, because Nick is sent by Strand to go get him.
Mm-hmm.
Which was
Luis is going on.
Done by Nick.
Oh yeah, no, totally. He does the whole season 1 Walking Dead, coat yourself in blood, to safely pass. But Luis is just like, I only have money for 2. Don't get my car dirty. It's like, where do you think we are that any of that matters? How is money going to help them cross the border?
This is still so early on in the apocalypse, though, that they don't think that this is a permanent way of life. They think everything is going to go back.
We already see some people like accepting that this is how it is.
Yeah, some people are, but
yeah, maybe you're right. So
like he's
also been up on that mountain, I guess, by himself.
Yeah, maybe. But if this hit, right, and then the news goes out and we don't have access, it's like all the power's out and we don't know. I'm gonna be like, well, is this stuff going on in California? from because we're living on the East Coast. Is this stuff going on in California? Maybe I can get to California and things won't be so bad. And then I'd be thinking, well, maybe things aren't so bad in Europe, or maybe it's not like that over there. Because as far as we know in the Walking Dead universe, this is limited to North America. We don't know if this is a worldwide phenomenon right now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
for all we know, North America has been abandoned by the rest of the world like a leper colony.
Right.
But I mean,
would be ideal.
Yeah. Need a bit of weeding out the bad seeds. America's
the Russians are just sitting in fucking Siberia.
Yeah.
Like, fuck it, we're gonna ride this one out.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Mexico might not be, too far off. Like, yeah, go there and survive, maybe. Who knows if it's over the border.
Yeah, and I'm envisioning like they get to the, I guess you wouldn't call it a chateau. What would you call a really fancy house in Mexico? Mansion. I mean, it looks like a mansion. It's just a mansion. I just envision them coming to the mansion. Everyone's already dead. Like, it's awful there.
You would call it a palacio.
That.
A palacio.
Yes.
I mean, sort of. Whatever. He has a lot of land, but it's also a lot of empty, completely barren of people land.
That's true.
So it is relatively. I mean, we don't know the actual topography of the area, if it's like surrounded by mountains, because there's a lot of mountain ranges in Mexico. Mm-hmm. If I knew where in Mexico it was, I could probably tell you a little bit more. But
weren't they saying Baja?
Oh, is it Baja?
Yeah, I think that's what they were saying. That's the place that was starred on the map that Daniel found.
That's right. All right. So, I mean, I don't know. For what it seems like, it was pretty remote, and if no one knew about it, then it might be okay.
Yeah.
Or not.
Because I guess it's just I've also we've been watching The Walking Dead for 6 years, and when plans get made, they very rarely work out how you think they're gonna work out.
This is true.
It was so sad because Strand's like, I'll be back in 2 days. I'm like, nope.
No, you won't.
More than 2 days.
A month or so, maybe.
Yeah, it's been at least a month. But yeah. So yeah, no, we see Travis at like his finest again, like working on the boat, making shit happen. And I guess that's why Connor takes him, because he's valuable. He's got skills. I mean, did he only take Alicia because Jack said so? Because Jack asked?
She's also a young female.
You think he's a creep?
I hate to go that route, but I mean,
I'm really praying.
Hoping
it's
not.
Praying it's not that.
It's possible that it is, but I don't know. It just more seems like that. Jack, is that his name? Jack. Mm-hmm. Jack actually fell in love with her over the radio and has been talking her up and thinks that everything's gonna be okay, even though they're running in and kidnapping and tying up the family. Yeah,
and I mean, he was talking to Alicia about like everyone's got a job and like what they're good at, and he's put on the radio for a reason. Jack's got that charisma,
right?
So, and I'm not totally. He's like, oh yeah, I can talk to Connor. He listens to me, and I'm like, not so sure how much Connor actually listens to him.
Even the way he's saying Connor listens to me did not convince me.
Yeah, he almost doesn't believe it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like that was his response to two of her questions.
Yeah, that's right. Like, the amount of times that he was saying it, sort of diminishes the confidence of the
I'm believing you
Yeah,
less.
he's
and
trying to
less.
reassure himself every time he says it.
Yeah, probably. I mean, I have the feeling we're going to get a lot more of how that group works when we see them on their ship and how, they interact in their environment. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like I've said all I have to say, but like there's so much happened in this episode. Am I missing anything? I guess it was just a lot of action and a lot of character interaction.
It was a lot of action, and yeah, it was a lot of Strand background.
Backstory, yeah.
And it was really cool to see that. It's been a long time coming.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
and we've been wondering, like, is it really his boat?
It's been.
Is it really his house? And it kind of is.
It's been like what, 8, 9 episodes since we first met Strand.
Yeah. Well, we met him. Hold on, I got the
At the end of season.
Yeah, like episode 4.
Episode 4 of season 1.
Yeah. So the middle of season 1. So it's 3. 6, yeah, 8. It's been 8 episodes.
Yeah, so it's kind of a long time coming. I mean, Granted, we're not getting background of all of these characters but we saw a lot of them just before, things went down. Whereas Strand, we saw him after it went all down, so.
Yeah. And I mean, the thing is, we get a lot of what these characters are about by, like, what they say to each other.
Mm-hmm.
So we know not all, I should not say that. We know a lot about Daniel's past because what he said to Ophelia and the mother and all of that. And we know about, Maddie or her abusive father and that sort of stuff by what she said to her kids. So we get that from them. And Strand doesn't talk about. Yeah, and that she lost a baby. Which, while I was watching, I was like, she could just have made that up, but that feels real. It feels like she's using an experience to get at this woman. But yeah, Strand didn't talk about himself, didn't talk about anything. Just was like, this is my boat, laying down the law, shut the fuck up, sit down.
Yeah, because it's kind of been this big mystery around him this whole time, and now it's solved, and I don't think it diminishes him. I think it just makes him more interesting.
Oh, well, for certain.
Because usually, like, a character that has a big mystery around that, when you learn why they are, how they are, and you kind of start losing interest in them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
yeah,
that's a perfect example is Richard Alpert on Lost. When I learned his backstory, he did not become. He just stopped being interesting to me. I forget
which one that is.
Guyliner.
Yeah, okay. I was actually gonna say, is that the guy with
Yeah.
looks like he has eyeliner on?
Yeah.
But those are actually just his luscious eyelashes.
Yeah.
Literally just his face. Yeah. I forget what that was, but
Right.
I lost interest in Lost for a lot of different reasons.
Because all the mysteries were getting answered.
That's... Yeah, and at the same time, none of them were getting answered. Like, I think that was that was where I was at odds with Lost.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, definitely. And I mean, it's not all of his mysteries being answered. It's just this one part of his mystery.
Right.
There's a whole lot more to learn about Strand.
We don't know how long he was like a swindler for, and
Yeah, and if there was anyone else he pulled that little stunt on.
And fell in love with. And how many other Abigails there were.
Yeah.
I like the twist.
We did find out that Chris may or may not want to actually fuck his sister. So that's good.
I actually totally forgot that him and Ophelia had this whole conversation, and it made me feel like maybe he wants to bang Ophelia.
No, that's Nick's territory.
I mean, yeah.
I think Chris just wants to bang anything with a heartbeat and a hole right now.
For Maddie.
Maybe.
Maddie would smack his ass.
Things
just
might
smack
get
him
desperate
down
enough
so
for
hard.
him.
Yeah, she's just gonna. But anyway, next episode is Captive. Alicia works toward reuniting with her family. Travis comes across a familiar face. Madison and Nick try to save their family against all odds. I'm very curious to what that familiar face is.
It's probably not Charlie. And the kid.
Alex.
Alex,
You think it's Alex?
I think so.
It's probably going to be Alex.
If the boat was following them, and they got abandoned between them, they had to come across them at some point.
Yeah.
So.
This is true. Good point.
What's her name?
So yeah. Alex.
Her name is now Alex.
And it was
Here's the
previously
thing.
what?
Charlie. Here's the thing, and I think that happened. I think they didn't actually ever say her name in the miniseries.
They didn't.
But for some reason, the wiki and, articles...
The press
referred to her
releases
as
and
Charlie.
everything, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So...
Because that's what all the
we're
wikis
in
go
charge
off
of
of.
those
The
press
wikis go
releases,
off the
totally
press
weird.
releases. And
Yeah.
because she was named Charlie in the press release, that's where everybody got her name. I do not recall one time the name Charlie, or even Alex for that matter, coming up in the web series at all.
Yeah, no, I don't either. First, I don't...
We were just talking about
know.
that. And
I never went back to
I
check
offered an
stuff.
explanation to Cleo. I don't remember if it was live on the air last week or if this was just a conversation me and her were having. But she could have given a false name.
Yeah.
So she may legally be known as Charlie, and gave a false name of Alex to the people because she can't trust them. She doesn't want to know.
Wait.
She doesn't want people to know who she is.
You're right. So her real name might be Charlie. Because I think she did say her name when the plane was going down. Because she turns to the kid and she goes, "What's your name?" And he says Jake. And she tells him Charlie, I think. I think that's where I got. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So she must have given the name Alex to the other people. Because she did want to tell them it was Charlie.
Yeah, it's possible. Or she could have even give Jake a false name too.
Yeah. But there was something in that episode she was in, where, one of the guys on the boat is like, "Oh, the kid, put him out of his misery, Alex." And then she turns to Jake, and Jake is like, "Yeah, Alex." Like, a little emphasis on Alex,
Yeah.
So maybe Alex is the fake name.
Right.
We'll find out. I don't know. It was kind of confusing.
Oh, just so you guys know, I'm looking at the topography of Baja.
Yes.
It is very mountainous, and there is really only one road that goes through it, which is
Really?
Perfect. I like it.
Road. They might actually be okay,
That's interesting.
feasibly.
That's
It's
really
literally, I'm not even joking, it is one road until like the very end of the peninsula. And then it splits off
Yeah.
into Route 22 for about 5 feet.
That's right, because they were saying there's only one way to get there.
Because
Right.
Baja, I don't think you realize, like, Baja's that that piece of Mexico that's not part of Mexico. It's coming out of California and Arizona on the side of the
Yeah.
U.S. So it's kind of its own little peninsula.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So they might actually be okay there.
Sounds good.
Yeah, interesting. Oh yeah, they
There's
were
your
saying
research.
that the channel, that channel is the only way they could get to where they're going.
Right.
Interesting.
Yeah. So there you go.
Cool beans. So John, where can the people find you?
Researching maps at no more on Twitter.
Going to Baja? No more on Twitter.
John's become a cartographer now.
Yeah.
Every week he's a new profession.
What was he last week? I don't remember. I don't know. Don, where can they
Professional
find you?
ball handler.
Don, where can the people find you?
Down here. Phenomenon. PHENOMEDOM.
Phenomenon. And you can find me at Kiyomoto on Twitter, Twitch, and Pinterest. You can find all of us at ASOTV Podcast on Facebook, Twitter, Gmail, Google+, and right here on YouTube. Follow us for some more podcasts from some of your favorite TV shows, movies, and video games. Until next week. Bye-bye. Do.
Professional ball handler.
Like,
You just turn to the left.
oh God.